Anybody have that? I think I would be pretty accurate if I were to say, whatever you're thinking, probably 90% or more of whatever that is that you've heard about the border has come from sources other than people who live and work there every day. Maybe you're reflecting upon things you've heard from members of the electronic media because they've sent reporters there to cover it. But that media is not on the border every day. That's not where their headquarters are, and that's not where the reporters live. Same thing with print. Or perhaps maybe you've heard from a politician who may even represent the border but doesn't work or live there every day. We are going to take you to the border. We're going to spend the day showing you the area, what life is like. We're going to give you a chance to sit and talk to people from all different walks of life that live and work there every day. So instead of having to learn about the border from people outside the border is going to speak to you itself today. And when you go home at night, after the tour, the only thing we ask you to do when people say, "What was it like down there?" is tell them in your own words based on what your experience was. Again, we don't care if you tell them something that's somewhat to the left of center or to the right of center. It's not our agenda. As long as it's from your heart based on the experiences you had after you spent the day seeing the border, asking questions about it, and interacting with people that live and work there every day.
That it really is a daunting task.
It's a daunting and important task, but even as the numbers go down, we can't seal the border per se. It's 2,000 miles across. It's some of the most rugged territory that you can possibly imagine. But what we can do is make sure that the border is secure, that it is as safe and secure as we can make it. All the way.
Isn't it enough?
Also lost his friend, fellow Douglas rancher Robert Krentz, to murder along the border. Before the town hall, Senators John Kyle and John McCain, who is running for re-election, toured the border fence near Douglas. Border Patrol agents were their guides.
When we said, "What do you need?" the answer was essentially more of everything.
The fact is that they need significant help, whether it be in personnel or technology or improving the physical.
Try and forget you just got off the air-conditioned bus that's waiting for you, and you know where you are, and you speak English. Try and see this through the eyes of somebody that doesn't have a clue where they are, that are lost or abandoned, speaks no English of any kind and knows not how close or far they are from civilization, and is out here in this 100 and whatever degree heat that we're out here in. Well, this is meant to do one thing only, to take death out of the immigration equation. It's not ready to criticize or support any policy or any government agency. Oh, I'm thinking it's got to be saving thousands of lives. We can get statistics from Border Patrol on how many people they estimate based on their technology.
There's a road that I go to take. The thread you got break. Oh, mama, oh, mama.
relocation or that who come here with their families because they own homes in Tucson or Phoenix and they spend time here several times a month. That's going to mean that we're going to have more tax revenue generated in the state so that we can kind of turn around the situation I think that they're dealing with right now in Phoenix. That's sort of a
Past year, it translated into $9 million in sales tax revenue for the city of Nogales. If you think about those numbers, there are 30,000 people who live in the city of Nogales. And the Santa Cruz County is, what is it, Danny? 45? Santa Cruz County is 45,000 people. Those people are not generating $450 million worth of sales for the community. These sales are being generated from people from northern Mexico that are crossing the border and coming into us. And there are a lot of things that play into where this wealth is generated. One of the things is the maquila industry, which is the manufacturing industry. Are people familiar with the maquila when you say maquila? In the 70s, they started doing a value-added program for manufacturing in Mexico. And what it related to was you could take piece goods from the United States, import it into Mexico, into these factories, have the labor to assemble, and bring it back into the United States. The only taxes and duties that you would pay on it were the duties on the assembly. So it was a very good way for
You will come. Isn't it enough? You are a prisoner of loving. You changed around. I could never be the one. Moonlight and the sun. Oh, Mona, oh, Mona. Just like night and day, the here and now, ghost of yesterday. I can tell we're prisoners of love. We're changing about. There's a road I'm going to take, a thread you got to break.
So that's my whole issue, is getting access to actually control the border, whether it's a barbed wire fence or whether it's a wall, what have you. You need to have the access or it doesn't do good. And so that's what our limiting factor is in these areas on our ranches, is the accessibility to actually get to the border. And as I said at the Fresh Produce Association, things are getting better. As they get a handle on the city and the flanks of the city, they deploy further out and the technology gets deployed further out. So it is getting better, but it's a lengthy process. And until we get the access issue worked out, we're still going to have a lot of problems in these canyons and this rugged terrain that we have.
Yeah, how many head of cattle and how many acres are you in charge of?
Well, let me explain how we ranch here. We primarily ranch on U.S. Forest Service grazing allotments. And so it's federal land, and we have a lease to run cattle on. And so they actually permit the numbers. There's a ceiling that they've got, and our ceiling is...
Say you live just for fun. Isn't it enough? So you say you